Having PTSD is like being stuck forever, physically and psychologically, in the very worst moments, an amalgamation of the very worst moments of our lives. The easiest way perhaps to kind of articulate it is I have a finite capacity for life. I have a finite capacity for just being around in the day, and a normal life, so noise, being around children, being around being in the village, doing things, doing anything will drain that capacity very quickly. The consequences of being exhausted and draining that capacity can be catastrophic. Everything I do is about making sure that I don't ever get to the place where I lose control in such a way that I become a risk to myself or to the family. I think what it did, it brought back into sharp focus just how poorly unwell I still am. For the best part, we're able to, because we have our routines and our structure, we're able to live life in a way that it's there, but it's not right up in our faces all the time. But as we went into that second lockdown, it suddenly brought it all back into sharp focus that life is really fragile here. It's really delicate, and if things get out of balance, it's going to end in a disaster for us. We were unable to carry on as we had done before. We couldn't continue to live together as a family. Either I had to disappear or Amy and the children had to be somewhere else. But we couldn't remain together through that period. When circumstances mean that in fact it's not just now impacting me, it's now really going to affect Amy and the kids, well, that's really different and a lot more painful, a lot more difficult when I know that I'm bringing, when I'm the one that's causing the problems in the house.
The breaking point really was when they'd gone back to school. At one point they were back at school for one day, and then an announcement was made later that evening, 8 o'clock that evening. No, there's another lockdown. And Joe and I just looked at each other and we thought, we've made it all this way, we've worked so hard, and this could be the point that breaks us.
We hit a real crisis point where we needed a solution, and we needed it really, really quickly because the pandemic wasn't waiting, and my condition wasn't going to give us any extra time to kind of work this out.
And that was when we thought we need somewhere for Joe to go, an escape for him. And that was when the Royal Marines charity helped us to get the Shepherd's Hut.
Fortunately, Jonathan Ball had remained in touch with me all the way through all of this process, and he understood our circumstances really well. We would catch up regularly, and when he learnt that we were where we were, he offered the support of the charity to get a solution in whatever shape or form that might be as quickly as possible. They found the money and they found a Shepherd's Hut, and within weeks it was delivered, it was wired up, and it was ready for us to start making use of.
About a year prior, Joe actually went missing for a day, and I know that if he didn't have the Shepherd's Hut, the same thing would happen. So God.
Having a quiet space here at home allows me to live at home, because without that I can't build in the quiet and the calm that I need so frequently and so often in order to stay on top of the most dysfunctional symptoms. It's given us all a new opportunity to live together as a family.
What do I need to do?
Wash it.
Yeah, I know that.
That's the greatest gift, really, is that they've allowed me to fulfil being a husband and a father, which is amazing.
When you're struggling, when you're in those really dark moments, you don't know what help is available, you don't know where to go, you don't know who to turn to. You just want someone to reach out, give you a helping hand and help you get back up again, but get back on your feet. And that's what the Ron Rees charity are really good at.
Phil says it's something like never above you, never below you, always by your side, and that is so true. It's so true. We've never felt alone since they sort of came in and have been by our side ever since, at a very personal level, but also as an organisation with our family, and that's been a tremendous source of reassurance and comfort.